Can anyone hear me? Hello? Yes? Hello? Hopefully everyone can hear me. Hopefully. I'm currently just doing stuff for the most part. Yeah, so pretty much so. How is everyone doing? My name is Exuberant Alpha. Yet again. Bringing you another newscasting video. I think this marks number 10 for our newscasting. I think if memory serves correctly. So if you're wondering, I'm actually trying out something pretty dang new. I got a clip from a friend of ours who go ahead and watch our newscasts, Miss Izumi Shirakawa. Thank you, Miss Shirakawa, for literally presenting us footage of a interesting video game for the most part. Pretty crazy how much it is. And it's pretty cool how technology goes in about with the whole entirety of the day. Old age technology is pretty cool till it's our new age. But old age still beats out a lot of the stuff. Old age. The good old days. Oh well, I digress. Let's go and get to the news. While this footage is playing in the background. So, let's go ahead and talk about what's going on for the most part. To be fair, most of the irises decide to go ahead and be rebellious to me nowadays. For starters, the two that were legitimately screwing away with my units have decided to go ahead and literally be not decomposed, but more or less differently abusive. They're in a different sort of environment right now in around Headbase. So we'll be seeing them for the most part, though we'll probably not be at the same time. So that's news about Headbase of what's going on. Don't forget that we have applications still going up and about for Headbase. Everyone wanted to join in and stuff. I'm not gonna lie, it's a pretty interesting place to go ahead and be about, as a lot of the things are pretty cool and nifty. The whole entirety of literally earning a bounty of your life can tell to go ahead and change a whole lot of things around the corners of sorts. That's why make sure you go ahead actually go ahead and find that first to go ahead and deal with everything else around the corners of the universe. Now, for more news, for anyone wondering about what's going on with the planets around the Eden system. Eden system has finally decided to go ahead and actually straight up go not dark, but more or less go into a different type of place. The whole entirety of the academia on Eden 1 has decided to go ahead and straight up go to a different sort of meaning. As we could tell from the last time that we were on the newscast, they decided to go ahead and make sure to bring about everyone who has the smartest mind in the universe. The universe is very much vastly growing, as well as with the minds of individuals and sorts. The academia is surely trying to find some more people, but the problem lies within the other core systems of it within them, and or should I say planets, so to say. The problem with that is that everything around the planet seems to be going ahead and fixing itself, more or less, than not helping out with the whole entirety of Eden 1. Eden 1 supposedly is supposed to be the most pretty nifty planet. However, a problem, like I said, has occurred on said planets. It seems to be that an insurrection has been sparked, so to say. Insurrections. Oh, you got to love them. But you also got to hate them. It is part of life, but it is definitely part of something we got to deal with as a collective conscious. Now, for the whole entirety of what's going on for it, the report reads from most of the Iris units reports from all 9 of the planets, or should I say 10 to be fair, is that about 3 of the 10 planets and or moons have basically begun to face a whole entirety of insurrection. Most of the time it is mainly because of the fact that one is dealing with the politics of it, two is dealing with the whole entirety of the government of it, and finally the third one is dealing with the policing of it. Very interesting. Now, from what it seems to be that what happened and what's happening with it is quite simple. Everything is really going to just craziness. craziness is happening for the most part in this said time of the Eden system. And for everyone wondering, is it safe to go to the Eden system? It is safe, yes, but I would like to go ahead and remind everyone. Going to these systems does not guarantee you a job or guarantee you a bunch of things. It would guarantee you a chance for you to explore your life, not go ahead and create your own new life. Make sure you go ahead and see about that before you go ahead and do a bunch of other stuff. Very important. Now then, man, oh my. I am very much thinking. Very, very much thinking. Hmm. These reports are very much scattered on the Eden system, but the Eden system must be dealt with. For anyone, like I said, wanting to join Headbase, they will also be joining with them trying to deal with insurrections, as well as trying to destroy the governments of sorts, to change them, or to correct the errors of their ways. If you go and hear reports about the insurrection coming about in the next few coming weeks, remember, it is going to literally be everyone's fault who didn't listen to the news. Very important, I would say. Now, in more than that, it seems to me that everything about it, about what's happening right now, is currently happening in different planets. For example, Planet Defiance. Yes, a lot of insurrections are happening, and Planet Defiance seems to be one of those different sorts of planets. Now, unfortunately, this is an unknown system, so it literally only gives us the planet definition and not the system itself and or sector. Very suspicious, but very understandable. We'll get more information on that very soon. However, for those wondering about it, remember to go ahead and look into this and hear my words when I say this. Planet Defiance is in right now currently a warring place against the Federation and its own citizens. Very interesting that the Federation would have to go against its own citizens. I guess their whole entirety of their democracy and democratic views seem to not really focus more on everyone around the corners of everything in that whole entire view. Very, very interesting. But I think we understand here. Now then, for the most part, what is happening with the whole entirety of like Planet Defiance? So Planet Defiance, like I said, it's an insurrection happening, and more information, like I said, will be on that later. But the current leaders, as well as the current values of the people, are ever shifting. Struggle of power. Ay, ay, ay. I don't get why everyone decides to go ahead and be like that. Now then, in more news, it seems like the Jester. What? Jester? What the heck? Who messed with the dang frickin' report again? Brex, was it you? Brex! Brex! Yeah, come over here! I am not done with you! How dare you mess with the frickin' report? You should know from the frickin' last two that happened. They fucked with the report. Stop screwing the reports, irises! Jeez Louise. My exuberant series is definitely going all crazy from this newscasting. And oh my. Now then, let's see what else there is. It seems like another outbreak is happening on a different place, and very weird. It seems like another one's happening as well, but the current causes as well are completely unknown. Unknown? Ah, why is looks like I gotta go ahead and read these reports right because of the fact that they keep on messing up the whole entirety of them. The current causes of all of these two outbreaks going on are completely unknown for each other. The causes of them are still unknown, the planning of them is currently unknown, and everything about it is literally a shot in the dark. More information will be on these planets and sorts in hopefully a very soon play. Hopefully. Because of the fact that this is very important, we're definitely going to go ahead and get on top of these. I'm also gonna have to get on top of these exuberant series, cause these exuberant are legitimately screwing me over. Ugh. I'll have to see if Mr. Moon can go ahead and help out with it. Hopefully he can. Now then, in more news, it seems like the whole entirety our of more people are coming into play for our literal head base. Yes, head base is literally growing into a very much healthy ecosystem and environment. Very cool, not gonna lie. For example, did you know that most of our head base people are actually very well known, not criminals, but very much geniuses, as well as examplers and examplees to go ahead and make people get their actual job profession? They didn't apparently get through that from cutting through corners. They got through that from hard work. Apparently, from most of the head base people, this is what they have to say. Make sure you go ahead and capture everything around the corners and make sure you go ahead and help out whenever needed. This is very important, as no matter what, life will go ahead and throw a bunch of hurdles, interesting, hurls, hoops, obstacles, etc., around your way. And definitely make sure you go ahead and watch your 6 and your 12. Have a friend by your side. Huh. Very sweet of them to go ahead and actually say this to us for the news. Very cool and very thoughtful. Now then, let me see what else is there. Ah, yes, okay. So, cool thing is, Mr. Moon has basically fixed some of the stuff going on with the podcast. Yes, the podcasts are still happening, and it seems like Mr. Moon has finally fixed his stuff going about with everything going on with everything else. It seems like the whole entirety of the problem was that us corrupting the files, yes, some of the exuberants were corrupting files from mischievous ways. Ugh, gotta fix these units real quick. Ugh. But yes, it seems like everything else is gonna be happening. Seems like this is what Mr. Moon has to say. Mr. Moon said that the podcasts are still happening to still. Do not forget about these. We had done two podcasts of about 2 hours each, in which they were talking about different planets. I am so sorry for everyone not being able to listen to these podcasts. They will be up very soon. Please be patient. Well, that's good. At least Mr. Moon's given us an update on this sort of thing. It's very important to go ahead and listen to planets and stuff, difference of everything about it. We news cover the planets as like, uh, what's the thing called? A summary? Yeah, a summary. A summary or so on and so forth for us to go ahead and like composite it rather than go ahead and actually straight up say the whole entire thing because you would be bored. I'm not kidding. But I digress. In any case, more of these gameplays from our audience as well as from a couple of our friends will be playing no matter what in the upcoming more for our newscast. So expect a lot of it to be coming. It should be fun. Apparently, this should be pretty cool to look at. Now then, I hope everyone pretty much enjoyed what you saw and what you heard today. Okay? Please make sure to go ahead and actually tell us about how you feel about the gameplay footage and stuff from our very own Izumi Shirokawa. Thank you, Miss Shirokawa, for helping us out. Thank you for giving us gameplay for this stuff. Okay, that is it. That is it for today. In any case, Zoe, our stars align would definitely be aligning with the stars tonight. Catch you on the star side. Later.